We're here.
Some of y'all, if y'all are watching on YouTube, you might be thinking, where's Joffer's laptop?
I don't think they immediately thought about that.
No, they are. They immediately are
I don't think within
shook.
2 seconds of the podcast.
They're shaking in their boots. They're like, how is this episode going to be properly executed? Well, last night the Knicks won the championship. And I forgot my laptop.
It's going to be a rough one, folks. Strap in. It's going to be a rough, good one.
I got my phone.
Okay.
So we're all good.
Last night, I literally was like, Joffer, there's no way we're doing this pod. It's the city. We were in the middle of a fucking just chaos storm. Just pure chaos reigned supreme. And I was like, Joffer, the whole night, I was like, it ain't happening.
I was like, the podcast is happening.
I was like,
doesn't mean it's gonna be.
I was like, you have to leave.
I'm like, no, I'll do it, and I did.
And it got later and later, and then he walked in today. I left with his head down. I left my laptop at home.
Yeah, look, I promised that the podcast will get done. Now, did I promise it will be good? You can't quote me on that.
It could still be.
You literally can't sue me for that. I never said that.
I think the roughness and the rustic vibes we're gonna provide.
It's not what rustic vibes.
I don't
means.
know.
It's not what that means. But I get what you're trying to say.
The withered.
Sure.
We're seasoned right now. Okay.
Yeah.
We went through a historic. I'm telling you, I don't know. It's like
maybe it is rustic vibes. Is that rustic vibes, Quincy? Is that what that means? No, he says. Quincy says no. Thank you, Quincy.
I tried to make a connection.
Yeah, rustic vibes. That's like a barnyard wedding.
But that's how.
Right?
But it's like it has grit. We got a little grit.
Sure. Very abstract metaphor. You got to really stretch it.
I did. I made it work for me, though.
Yeah, you had to stretch like Victor Wembanyama. But you didn't stretch enough. Wasn't long enough. I'm all out. I'm all out of shit talking. You should have heard me last night.
We were nuts. We got to a place at 5 p.m. We camped out, and it was worth it. I was about to sell my seat once shit got cooking, and it got packed out. I was like, I know I could sell my seat for like $1,200.
And I was the one who was there. You were late. Kelly was late. I was like, let's get there early so we can actually have a seat.
I was 15 minutes late
for the game. Yeah, and guess what? If I was also, we would have been fucked. We would not have had those nice seats.
No, there was a table that got up.
No.
No.
But
it was fun. Oh my God. Fire the Knicks.
That's what Ashton was saying. Everyone got it. Once again, everyone understood Ashton and his rustic vibes. That's all that matters. People understand the goal. The communication is about,
it's like Knicks and 5, but instead it's 5 and Knicks. Because 5 dudes are inside the. All right. How was your evening? It was very funny. Did you see us drive by you? Or did you just blur? Was it a blur of chaos?
No. Y'all yelled at us on the way home.
Okay. I didn't yell. We were just like, hey, fucking suck my dick. I see you walking, nigga. You fucking walking, boom. Suck my dick. Knicks and 5.
Yes. All the New York City ancient prayers.
I'm from Texas.
Yes. We're both
It was
from
very
Texas.
fun. The city was, I saw a dog get lifted up.
Yeah, that was cool.
Men who haven't cried in 40 years. A valve was released yesterday. They just let it all out. It's like, my father never hugged me. It was a lot.
Who needs therapy when once every 50 years the Knicks could win the championship?
Knicks can win, and that emotional release.
Yeah.
It was so funny because everybody just, I don't know how. Quincy was telling me people were doing stuff, having a rap performance during. I don't know how niggas were double booked. How people had the nerve to put on other stuff.
You got to cancel your shows.
If you're a surgeon and you're in the middle of heart, you got to stop and be like, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. The Knicks coming back. Just like, beep. I'm doing a whole bit, but you get it. You get the vibes. And Knicks and 5, it was a lovely evening.
Yeah, but we're here. By the time you'll be hearing this, it'll be Wednesday.
Yes.
So the chaos will have calmed down.
Only to restart again on Thursday for the parade.
Oh yeah. So that'll be fun. Yeah. I was waking up this morning. Waking up and I heard all this honking outside. I was like, New York still celebrating the Knicks. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, no. It always sounds like that outside. That's just normal.
I know.
But now I get to like assign
Sign it.
some happiness,
I know.
some
Me-
potential joy to it, which normally that's not there.
Me as well. I'm like, at least that gunshot was for the Knicks.
Exactly.
Bow, bow, nigga. And don't you ever forget it.
I'm outside
the Knicks.
listening, like got my headphones in, listening to Jadakiss and Fat Joe, not realizing I'm in the middle of traffic. I turn, they're all honking. I'm like, hell yeah, Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. We're all still celebrating.
That's it.
And I get murdered.
I walk in, my girlfriend's being plowed.
Yeah, keep going. No, I was excited for that riff, where it was going to go. Great start.
You know what? We're going to start the podcast.
All right, let's start the pod. All right, y'all.
I'm so fucking raw. I feel literally had the time of my fucking life last night.
Yeah, last night was fun.
We went to a fucking the bar we went into, the first bar after we walked. It just looked like it was the dirtiest bar.
Sure.
Ever. It was, but
yeah, it's a sports bar after the Knicks won the championship.
That's what I mean. Like that's what was. I was like, damn.
It's how it should look.
It looked post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
But it was. I'm saying it in a beautiful way. I was like, wow. And the business was still running. Like it looked a way that a normal business would be like, holy shit. We need to close down because clearly a tornado came and ransacked our business. Not this business. They were like, cash only. That's the biggest problem of the night.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody was hyped. Too many bartenders are like, hey, I got you an extra shot. I'm taking a shot with you, all right? Like, you should take another shot. Knicks and 5.
Knicks in 5. Well, we did it. Me, you, and the rest of the city, especially the people like us who moved here. Yeah. We did it.
They tried to get us into, because all the Knicks are actually in San Antonio, they tried to like do some real propaganda on us last night. And they had a parade where it was just like cars driving through and everybody's like, oh. And they got the whole crowd hype where everybody's like, yeah, Knicks. And then they snuck in like 5 police cars. Like, huh? Us too? We're Knicks?
Yeah.
Knicks?
No, they were cheering for the cops.
I know
too,
they were.
Though, yeah. It was a celebration of the city. The NYPD.
It took me right out of it.
Like it or not, it's part of the city.
Yes.
So, speaking of, let's start our podcast. What did the police in America do this week besides celebrate the win? Well, let's see. ICE cops in Louisiana have another man die in their custody. R.I.P. Mamuka Art Maladze.
Cops in Palm Bay, Florida are facing a lawsuit after a man dies a year after they tased him, which had already left him paralyzed. R.I.P. Thomas Farley.
Cop in Fraser, Michigan is not going to face charges for fatally shooting a 15-year-old boy. R.I.P. Aiden Gould.
Cop in Prescott, Arizona is convicted of manslaughter for fatally shooting an unarmed man. R.I.P. Daniel Leslie.
Cops in Tempe, Arizona are facing a lawsuit for taking off their body cameras and using them to record a naked woman in their custody.
Cop in Detroit is sentenced to 6 months in jail for stealing a woman's nudes from her phone.
Cop in Delmar, Delaware is indicted for unlawful sexual contact.
Cop in Orange County, Florida is arrested for stalking.
School cop in Houston County, Georgia is arrested for sexual assault.
School cop in Corpus Christi, Texas is arrested for aggravated assault of a child.
Police chief in Bethel, Ohio is facing 70 counts of charges related to sex crimes.
Jail cop in Forest County, Mississippi is arrested for child sex crimes.
Cop in Howard County, Indiana is convicted of sexually assaulting a child while on duty.
Cop in Bloomberg, Pennsylvania is sentenced for producing child sex abuse material, bestiality, and animal cruelty videos.
Cop in Albuquerque, New Mexico is charged with child abuse after beating up a teenage girl.
Jail cop in Accomack County, Virginia is on video beating a handcuffed inmate.
Cop in Washington Park, Louisiana is arrested for home invasion and aggravated assault.
Cop in Northampton, North Carolina is facing a lawsuit for assaulting a man in a courthouse.
Cop in Medford, New York is on video repeatedly punching a man during a traffic stop.
Cop in Brevard County, Florida is on video sicking a dog on a cooperating man.
Cop in Philadelphia is sentenced to 1 year probation for pepper spraying peaceful protesters.
Cop in New York is sentenced to probation for having sex with a female detainee in exchange for leniency.
Cop in East Baton Rouge, Louisiana is charged with domestic violence.
Cop in Albuquerque, New Mexico is convicted of domestic violence.
Cop in San Bernardino enters a backyard without a warrant and fatally shoots the dog.
Cop in Frankfort, Indiana is charged with cruelty to an animal after video surfaces of him slamming his canine onto the ground.
And cop in Franklin County, North Carolina is arrested after having sex in his patrol car and then throwing his body camera into a lake.
And the Knicks are in trouble for locking up Wembanyama. I got nothing, but
yeah.
after you read,
everything doesn't have to be about the Knicks.
I know, but after you read,
we have to segue to not about the Knicks.
I know.
I know you don't want to do our podcast today. I know you're wearing your New York hat. But we do have to talk about
every time I read a sad headline, I was like, Knicks in 5. Cop does some child sex abuse material. Knicks in 5. I just had to balance it out with some fucking.
If Jalen Brunson was there, he would have said, "Hey, don't make the child sex abuse material," and the guy would have been like, "You know what, Jalen Brunson, you've been trained so well by your father. I can't deny. I'm gonna put down the camera."
You know what? Let's hang that jersey up in the rafter. That's what it really got his jersey hung up in the rafter. But you're right. We don't got to do Knicks every time. I just wanted to balance out the fucking darkness that is our fucking.
Doesn't need to be balanced. It just is. Shit sucks.
I hate your fucking.
Yeah.
Rick Morty ass.
How do we
nihilistic philosophy? We got the power.
How do we make all those headlines fun then?
What if we juiced it up? It's killing the vibes, man.
Yeah, it is. That's our pod.
All right, fucked up. That was a lot of fucked up shit.
You know, in my opinion, we have a problem with policing in America. And so there you're provided with a little snapshot of policing over the last week. Do with it what you will.
Apparently, we also got to make some corrections from last week's podcast.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, like what? Do you remember what?
Yeah, we thought Alabama and Georgia were forced.
You thought that. You said several times that Alabama and Florida
like 4 or 5
are
states away.
4 or 5 states apart. They share a border. Now, I should have corrected you. In my head, I literally thought I thought they were. But Ashton keeps repeating these numbers.
I don't think they did. I don't think they actually did. I think they just went along with it because it sounds right, because it feels spiritually correct. But it's not. It's not actually spiritually or physically correct.
But that's okay. I mean, that's not a huge
and also
correction.
Father's Day is next Sunday.
Yeah,
that's off. That wasn't even on the podcast.
You don't even have to correct that here.
I just wanted to correct it in public.
Well, on the Patreon, you said, let's actually run it back. On the Patreon, you said that Trump. Well, you said. Well, this was a real time correction. I was able to correct Ashton in real time on this one. That's what we call that.
Trump
a real time correction of Ashton, where he said Trump lost the popular vote twice, and I said no. The Democrats lost the popular vote. Kamala Harris lost.
Believe it.
To Donald Trump.
Damn. So much aura loss.
But we corrected that. Then afterwards, Ashton was so close to posting a Father's Day post with his sad post of his dad. God rest his soul, rest in peace.
I was about to guilt niggas so hard. I was about to be like, oh, take of it, hug your father, because some of us can't. Hug your father.
Hashtag Happy Father's Day.
Happy alive Father's Day.
And that's a hard correction to issue now. No one wants to be the guy who comments,
hey, bro.
Ashton, dumbass, Father's Day is in 2 weeks. So,
no, it ain't.
luckily,
it's the day.
Luckily, before you posted it, you started talking to me about it, and I had to again issue a correction to Ashton in real time. Today is not Father's Day, dude.
You could not tell me. I had to Google. I had to be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I saw the date, and I was like, okay, well, clearly today's the 21st of June. That's what that means.
Yeah.
It was not the 21st of June.
All corrections that are so easily correctable. Like, you know what I mean? Like one Google. Okay.
This is why we read from the articles, folks.
Yeah.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
We're not journalists.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. And look, we're not trying to be journalists. We read from the excerpts. We do a little bit of research. We read. Then we provide our amazing commentary. So let's start doing that. Oh, fuck. Sorry, everything's all fucked up. Patreon. Ashton, you could plug our Patreon for our loyal subscribers.
If you want to hear me be corrected in real time, join us for $5 a month. 5 stars. It'll be a good time. What we're going to be talking about it? We'll be talking about AI and school shootings, plus Pokemon Go and the military. So
a lot of interesting, weird stuff. Cool. It'll be a fun episode.
Pokemon Go to the Patreon and subscribe.
Nice.
All right,
good.
guys.
Oh, that was good. Here we're brushing the dust off. So before we start our main stories, quick update on a previous story. Remember Trinidad, Texas. This was the cops, the police force, arresting a woman for making a Facebook post about the dirty water supply. Was it a deep fake lie that she posted? No, it was real. Did she threaten to kill anyone who did this? No, just made a post about reality, and she was arrested. Well, the update is the police chief resigns. Little mild update.
Every single Facebook post story we get on here, it's always like, this person won $850,000 because you can't do that.
Yeah, we have been getting a lot of stories about people being arrested for Facebook posts lately.
I'm just happy that every single time we're like, the cops, they can't do that. And then 2 weeks later, they can't. So they gotta quit. Yeah, looks like.
But in the moment they can. When you're sitting there in jail, there's not much use thinking like, hey, they can't do this. You're in jail right now. That shit sucks.
After watching the Knicks last night, I did not to bring it back, but you know how like coaches could call, they could like if a referee says something, a coach can challenge it. Mm-hmm. We need that, but for like arrest in the moment, because like the referee, the cop, he just word is law. I would love to challenge in the moment. Review on the field stays, overturned, offside.
Yeah, just call your lawyer, I guess.
Yeah, but you can't do it in real time. We need to like
FaceTime your lawyer.
After reviewing the play, my client did not have
the ruling on the field stands. Ashton Womack is naked in the streets.
And the cop just keeps beating me. Loss of 5 fingers. Okay. The cop just keeps whooping my ass.
Nice. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now I got faith in us again. We can do an episode. So let's start out here. Some of y'all might have seen this video. Viral video. We're going to Pasadena, California, reading from ABC7. Pasadena police officer accidentally shot by fellow cop in horseplay incident.
Yay. We start off with the I know you saw this video on your algorithms. If not, your algorithm ain't doing you justice, because this is a funny, goofy ass video.
Yeah.
And I'm so hesitant I don't want to see nobody get shot. I'm like, I think this is just part of, I don't know if I've seen so much violence.
I'll see someone get shot in the shoulder.
I didn't even want to know where they got shot. I didn't even want to see the violence. Like, I don't know if this is just part of like being on the internet for so long that I'm tired. I just don't want to see. It's so easy to scroll. But I stuck around. I said all that to say, I stuck around and watched this one.
It's fun to watch.
It was worth it a little.
Fun body cam footage. A rare genre.
Truly stupid. Truly stupid scenario.
But it does exist. Newly released dash cam video. Oh, it's dash cam video. Newly released dash cam video shows a Pasadena police officer getting shot by a fellow officer in what the police chief described as a horseplay incident.
You cannot have guns and horseplay. It is like,
that's like rule number 1.
Fire and hay and horseplay.
Yeah.
It's like you can't. That's like having like Tinder matches. And
that's like Hank Hill. You can't mix guns with horseplay, Bobby. Rule number 1 of guns.
Come on now, Bobby. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
It's just funny that's like the.
You see the video? They're pulling their guns on each other. It's very funny. It's like what kids would do. and then
oh, fuck! Shit.
Who could have possibly predicted this series of events from whatever happened? Who could have imagined?
And the funny part was, it was the cop who shot was inside a cop car.
Yeah,
So they
went through the
shot through
the dash window.
Them some strong ass bullets. God
Yeah,
damn.
well, bullets are strong. Yeah.
I was like, shit.
Yeah.
But I'll let you keep reading. It's
Yeah, the footage taken inside a Pasadena police parking garage captures a patrol car pulling up behind two officers standing near another vehicle. One of the officers standing outside is seen quickly drawing his gun and pointing it at the officer in the patrol car. After a few seconds, he reholsters the weapon. The video does not show what happens next, but the police chief said the officer seated in the patrol car also drew a gun, which discharged. The bullet traveled through the windshield and struck the officer in the shoulder. The shooting happened last September, but the department released the video Wednesday. Pasadena Police Chief Gene Harris confirmed to Eyewitness News that the officer who shot his colleague was fired. Harris identified the officer who was fired as Roy Alatorre. Quote, horseplay and or failure to adhere to safety rules and standards of professional conduct will not be tolerated, Harris said in a video that shows the shooting. This regretful conduct is not consistent with the expectations and service commitments of this department, and appropriate actions will be taken to ensure our culture reflects appropriate conduct, values, and service to this community. The officer who was shot has recovered and is still employed with the department. Thank God. Almost had another officer down. Another brave hero fallen to the wretched city in this miserable earth. Whether or not he
I thought he really said that.
Nah, I'm just tapping in,
I'm
bro.
literally reading. I was like, Joffrey, that's not on the...
No, it's called character work. That's how good of an actor I am, folks, or how bad of a comedian I am.
I was like, we really stayed out so far.
It was such good acting and so not funny that Ashton was like, this can't be a bit he's doing. It's obviously is real. I'm being moved right now by his amazing acting and his lack of punchlines.
I literally was looking and Joffrey. That's not...
Yeah, trying to do a little bit of comedy here.
Oh, but when I do it...
Yeah, I know. You do it, and then I do it, and you're like, what are you doing? You're literally confusing me right now. Joffrey, it does not say that.
It seems like you're exaggerating the point.
Sorry. I should have said Nixon 5. Nixon 5. Then that would have been comedy. Then that would have been a comedy podcast.
Got a pander.
Yeah, that was a little act out we call in the biz.
About that. I don't know.
It's okay.
Not familiar with it.
Yeah, the officer, whatever, he was shot, he's recovered, he's still employed with the department. Whether or not he will receive additional disciplinary action is unclear. I mean, he was also
fucking playing around.
Horseplaying.
He's just a better horse player.
Yeah.
He just didn't fucking pull the trigger.
Yeah.
The guy in the car's like, ooh. Oops.
Yeah, when I
We
was
all make a little whoopsie doopsie.
Yeah, but when I was a boy, horseplaying was sticking your hand out with a little circle, and your friend will see it, and then you punch him in the shoulder.
Horseplay is
It's not you whip a gun out and you shoot him. But moving on, we're going to Houston, Texas.
Sadly, there's too many elements of this story that are all too familiar to me.
Yeah.
Houston, Texas, our hometown. Via Houston Public Media. Oh my God, I used to do my mom used to make videos in there.
And there's another character in here that's going to be very familiar to you. All right. I'm glad it's not going to catch you by surprise while you're reading it. Okay, you've already digested that.
I've read the articles.
Okay, all right.
But we're going to Brazoria County Sheriff fires deputy who shot and killed teenager. First off, being from Houston, Texas, let me tell you a little something. I ain't never heard of Brazoria County in my life. They just made that place up.
You ever heard of Brazoria County?
Nah, nigga. I'm in the loop.
South. It's like south.
I'm in the loop.
Sure.
Mo City or
Harris County.
I went to HISD. This doesn't feel like it falls into that.
It is. It's in the Houston area.
Well, you know what? Hey. I don't even know. I apologize. I got to go look at the map again. But The Houston area deputy who shot and killed an 18-year-old college student earlier this month has been fired over the incident, according to Brazoria County Sheriff Bo Stallman. The deputy, Kevin Tippett, was terminated on Tuesday, according to a video statement Stallman posted on social media. He said the investigation into the fatal shooting, which involves the Texas Rangers and Brazoria County District Attorney's Office, remains ongoing. Stallman cited policy violations related to the handling and discharge of his firearm as his reasons for firing Tippett, who shot and killed Texas State University student John Mendoza Jr. earlier June 1st, while Mendoza was inside a vehicle at his father's home in Lake Jackson. Tippett had attempted to initiate a traffic stop at the intersection of FM 2004 and This Way Street before following Mendoza to the residence, according to the sheriff's office. My decision is entirely independent on the ongoing criminal investigation and should not be interpreted as a conclusion regarding criminal liability, Stallman said Tuesday in his video statement, which is just dumb as hell. It's like, don't me firing him because I don't want that type of shit on in my unit. That don't mean he's guilty.
Yeah. But the irony of that statement is that it definitely makes him look guilty because normally cops don't do this. Normally, there'll be a shooting. The cops will be like, "Well, it was an officer involved shooting. We're putting him on administrative leave with pay, as is our policy, and we're conducting an internal investigation. And we're just gonna assume that you'll eventually forget about this." But on this, they were like, "All right, we have fired this guy right away. Not that he did anything criminal."
Yeah, and when I don't understand how how this cop or this sheriff, whoever it is, can look at professional negligence and disassociate that from criminal negligence when you're dealing with life and death scenarios.
Yes, I think the real answer is just like PR for the sake of clarity. Like just to be clear, there might be a criminal investigation. This is not it. This is strictly he's just fired from the job
because he shot a guy,
shot a kid to death.
Yeah. Charles Adams, an attorney representing Mendoza's family and a Houston comedy fan, has said Mendoza was unarmed and not evading police. The teen had been walking at a local park with 3 friends when they caught the attention of law enforcement, according to the attorney, who said the deputy followed them after they left the park. I don't want to...
Don't bring up... Yeah, there's no point in talking about it.
Okay. Yeah. In a statement posted to social media on Tuesday, Adams said he was encouraged by Stallman's decision to terminate the employment of Tippett. But it is not the consequence the family needs to start the journey of healing, Adams also said. Any other person in Brazoria County that shot an unarmed man on camera will be arrested and charged with murder. That is what John's family is seeking. The findings of the investigation into the shooting will be presented to a grand jury, which will determine whether any criminal charges will be filed, Brazoria County District Attorney Tom Selleck said last week. So
yeah, so basically, this is early in all of this. I mean, this was just like a couple weekends ago. This happened. It seems like, but it seems like so. Let's go through like what are the questions here. What we know for sure is that a cop was trying to pull him over, and he instead drove to his dad's house, into his dad's garage. And we could see from surveillance footage from all the footage we have so far is a neighbor's surveillance footage. So we don't have the body camera footage yet. But what we see is the truck go by, the cop car go by with the sirens on. Then we hear the sirens go off. Some seconds go by. We hear a single shot. Now, that was a shot that went through the driver's side window and killed this 18-year-old TSU student, John Mendoza Jr. So that leads to some questions, right? We heard the sirens, we heard the shot, but we didn't hear the cop yell anything, say anything, announce anything in between that, any sort of back and forth. So that's very mysterious. That doesn't bode well for the cop. I mean, there's many, besides the common sense, try to have a conversation with someone before you fucking shoot them. That violates policy. Cops can't they have to make these announcements. They have to So we didn't do any of that. Also, single shot. That is mysterious. That doesn't imply that he felt like he was in any danger. Maybe, but one thing it could imply, it either implies that it was very like intentional. He wasn't scared, had no reason to be scared. A single shot the other thing it could imply is that it was on accident. So that's what the chief mentioned, like about something about discharge of a firearm.
I mean, the accident theory makes a little bit sense to me, knowing because these cops, whenever they shoot, they unload whole fucking clips in people. It's like unreasonable amounts of bullets. So maybe it was an accidental discharge, and he just doesn't know how to say that.
Yeah, but it could be. But yeah, at this point, we're just speculating. You know, we don't know yet. The other thing could also be true. The way more dark thing, where he just like
assassinated
took a single shot. And it was very intentional. But again, we are purely speculating. We don't know. Other kind of mysterious thing is the source of the original interaction here between him and the police. So the cops say there was a traffic infraction. He was trying to pull him over, and he was evading arrest, and it was a chase, right? Now, the family is giving a different story. The family is saying, because remember, it wasn't just the family and the friends. That's what's important. Is that correct? Yes. John, apologies. John Mendoza Jr. was not by himself in the car. He was with two of his friends. So we have witnesses. And their version of the story is that they were hanging out at a park, and they noticed this cop was like following them around, kind of like stalking them. Might have felt there was a racial thing going on. So, like, they said that, okay, your dad lives close by. This cop is freaking us out. He's following us. Let's just get to your dad's house. They start driving off, cop car, sirens, asking them to pull over. And they're saying that they made the decision, we don't want to pull over. We just want to pull over in the house. So he drove into the garage, and then cop just shot and killed John.
Yeah, dude, insane, just failure all around. That sounds like he is going to go to fucking, you hope justice gets served here, because that is like, just it doesn't put it past me that like if you say there's some racial vibe, I don't want to just throw anything on these people's jacket, but niggas do becoming cops to like hunt down. We've seen the text. We've seen how racist these people are. And I don't want to just blame it on racism. This is just like a horrible ass, just
Yeah, 18-year-old kid is dead. Off of it seems like nothing. Like what even happened? Yeah, it's kind of such a crazy, like the fact that it seems like this came out of nowhere. Like what was going on? They can't even say a traffic violation that had happened. And even if it was a traffic violation, even if it was a kid who's saying like, I'm not going to pull over, I'm going to instead do this.
You don't kill somebody because they run from. We talk about it all the time, because they're running from the cops is not a death sentence. Shooting someone in the back is like
he was not armed. These are things we know for sure. He was not armed. None of his friends was armed. Mm-hmm. No one was armed. Also, they were inside a garage. They were inside of a home. Mm-hmm. Like it's just hard to wrap your head around. Like it's hard to come up with a reason. Like just trying to imagine a reason why someone would have to die in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, I got the reason. Fucking a human being interacted with the fucking violent-ass police force of America, and the probability of you leaving that situation unharmed is not close to zero. So,
yeah, it's a good way to put it. Usually we're around zero. Yeah, but then we're
police come involved and like
you
have elevated
greater than
fucking
zero.
Orange level orange. Yeah. R.I.P. this kid, man. For real, what a horrible, you took away this kid's entire life, bro. 18 years old. That's man.
Yeah, fucking tragedy. But we will definitely keep talking about the story as the details unfold. So next, our next two stories, we'll be talking about the growing controversies surrounding data centers and what is going to be law enforcement's predictable role when it comes to people having issue with these data centers being a thing, and maybe believing that we live in some sort of a democracy where we have the power to say no to these data centers. So reading here from Wired magazine, the headline is U.S. law enforcement warns of anti-tech extremism as AI hatred grows. In the wake of attacks on CEOs, first of all, I think it's just one CEO. Come on, Wired magazine. What an intro here. In the wake of attacks on CEOs,
Sam Altman.
Did he get attacked?
Yes. He posted a picture of, mind you, this motherfucker every week is like, guys, it's it for us. He just comes out every other week. He's like, man, humanity had a nice.
Wait, he got attacked? When did he get attacked? Oh, I didn't know about this.
Sam Altman got.
I just know about Luigi shooting.
That's a healthcare CEO, but Sam
that
Altman.
was CEO, yeah.
Sure, but but specifically, this is
tech,
talking about AI
yeah.
extremism. This was maybe 2-3 months ago. Listen, timelines, all a blur. But Sam Altman, and it is me. So before we even.
All right, just hold that thought then, and then
Okay,
let me go on here. In the wake of attacks on CEOs, that is a thing. I was wrong. A nationwide protest movement targeting data centers and increasing concerns about AI job replacement. Federal intelligence agencies and domestic law enforcement are circulating reports with a new domestic target in mind: anti-technology extremists. More than 1,000 pages of unpublished reports from the Department of Homeland Security, FBI, and fusion centers obtained by Wired show a national shift taking place to surveil this new and worryingly broad category of people and activities deemed an emerging threat.
I love that the government's like, we don't defend non-binary people, but binary people.
Yeah.
But binary code.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is absurd. The priorities of the government, like people are protesting to end a genocide and are getting threatened for it, are losing their jobs. People are getting killed every day in this country. 1,100 a year at the hands of the police, right? That's what our podcast is about. And the government is like, people are being really mean about AI data centers.
Come on, guys, let us build a fucking data center in your.
So what happened to Sam Altman?
Dude, he literally got a Molotov cocktail. Multiple attacks have happened to him. But it said April 10th, this guy threw a Molotov cocktail. A guy threw a Molotov cocktail into his house, his actual house. And so I remember that day because Sam Altman posted a pic. He had been consistently tweeting out like, guys, just hug your loved ones. It's over. It is over. It's like just being like humane. Hey, it was fun while it lasted, And then the next day, someone throws a Molotov cocktail into his fucking house, and he posts a picture of his kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm posting this because I want people to know I'm a real person.
Yeah.
I have a real family.
If you had a fucking Molotov cocktail thrown in your living room, I mean, that sucks. But it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, look, yeah. I'm sympathizing.
You know what also sucks? Luke destroying the fabric of our economy.
No, I agree. Yeah,
and social order that we currently have, and flooding and stealing the data of millions of people to create the most advanced surveillance state ever conceived.
Look, I agree with you. Where I was going with that is just that, again, the priorities of our government. If anyone's getting a Molotov cocktail thrown at them, that should be obviously investigated as an individual crime. But to take it to this level, we can add up all sorts of individual crimes and violence, whether it comes to victims of police violence, victims of ICE, victims of, as you were mentioning, economic and environmental violence at the hands of data centers or job displacement with no social safety net whatsoever. But, of course, what the DOJ is going to focus on is threats to capital, which ultimately that's what this is about.
Yeah,
the vast majority of resistance against these data centers are just the videos you see on your phone of like some town hall, right?
Like
And there's people lining up and saying, we don't want this fucking data center here, or it's trying to get city council votes, trying to get a lawsuit going. Like, that is generally the resistance against data centers. Not they're all getting Molotov cocktails. So that was one incident that I know of. It's generally just grassroots resistance that is not criminal whatsoever. Yeah. And so for the DOJ to come in here and be like anti-technology extremists is some sort of enough of a problem that they have to be getting ready to what probably will turn into a new dragnet of mass surveillance. Like, you know, went from COINTELPRO, civil rights leaders, to then like the Muslims in the country. Now, what's coming next? Like fucking anyone who shows up to a city council meeting because AI data center is like displacing their family. Yeah,
no, you literally, it's, this is clearly like, they just went to their police and were like, they're not letting us poison the city of Memphis. Please, can you stop them? Can you make a? We need a language. We need to make an Antifa, but for like, you know, tech nerd. This is like what happens when the new CEOs, the new you know, oligarchs or whatever you want to call them, are just tech nerd CEOs, and they're like, okay, how do we prevent our capital? How do we protect our capital and our property, the data? The data is their property, and they just criminalize. Yeah,
I mean, the fact in all these documents they mention Tesla a lot. It's like, it's so obvious. Like, they're boys. They're
like anti-tech extremism. It's like, bro, niggas just, there's no reason there needs to be a data center the size of Manhattan. What ain't enough internet for there to be that much a data center the size of Manhattan? I'm like, how does that even get dreamed of?
Very few people would make that trade. Like, okay, you know how you like using ChatGPT sometimes? Yeah, I like using ChatGPT sometimes. It kind of helps me out. It's pretty convenient. Okay, so keep that. All you got to give up is oceans and air and jobs and a sense of democracy. People aren't going to be like, I choose ChatGPT.
They're building a digital fake world while destroying our regular world is not. I want to vote no on that checkbox, but that's
we don't get to.
Yeah, we don't. Apparently,
we don't get to. And not only do we not get to, not only do like the poor neighborhoods, the overlooked neighborhoods in America, you know, the other America within America, not only are they going to take the brunt of it and they're not going to get to vote on it, but also the third world. Also, be beyond the data centers needed to support all this is the minerals they're mining. Yeah. So the supply chain that is like generating all this wealth runs deep. It runs throughout the entirety of the world. And we're seeing right here that the powers that be are going to do whatever they can to make sure that supply chain does not get disrupted, that this wealth continues to be generated.
But it's like, what does it matter if you destroy the world? You can't even like use the wealth, nigga. What is the wealth for?
They'll be able to use it. The world is not going to quote unquote be destroyed by any of the lifetime of all the people who are going to be like, enjoying the fruit of all this. They're gonna live great lives. They'll be watching the Knicks game 3 with Donald Trump the only time they lose because God is real. So they're gonna enjoy this shit. But let me get back to this article. Among the documents in the tranche obtained by Wired is a New York Intelligence and Counterterrorism Bureau report that warns of widespread upheaval in response to AI adoption. Of particular note is a novel term for what the Bureau purports to be an emerging extremism threat. Quote, the chaotic atmosphere that may result, again, listen to all this stuff. It's so like predictive. None of this shit is real. They're imagining these threats. The chaotic atmosphere that may result from emerged AI technology in the next 5 years may fuel large-scale protests that devolve into civil unrest and anti-tech violent extremist activity, especially in large urban areas such as New York City. The report reads, the term anti-tech violent extremism does not appear in any publicly available DHS or FBI domestic extremism reports or guides, and represents a novel grouping of a wide range of ideologies under a single extremist category.
Yeah, they just make up they just throw you in there. They'll just make up whatever term anti-tech that means, whether you don't like this newest generation iPod or you want to blow up a fucking data center. You're all the same to me. Also, it's so crazy.
If you know how to save a Word doc into a PDF, you're going to Guantanamo Bay for that, actually.
We will waterboard you. No, I literally, it's crazy that we are the extremists. The people who just want clean air and water and just reality to stay the same. We're the extremists. Meanwhile, the guys they're extracting all the resources, employing slave labor, fucking stealing land that can go to housing and infrastructure and all these resources that can go to the betterment of mankind are instead being used to make a fucking AI memory data bank for fucking fucking intelligence that can show you fucking Paris Hilton's titties or whatever the fuck. Just make women nude. It's all so.
It used to be a point of pride to be an extremist like myself, but nowadays everyone gets lumped in
with extremists. Oh, okay, yeah, no,
and again, this is months after that Trump famously had that directive within the DOJ, the whatever something M7. That basically is saying that the DOJ, we need to focus our attention to anti-capitalist extremists, anti-Christian extremists, pro-immigration extremists. So they're really making this word extreme mean nothing, which is scary.
Well, yeah,
it's just scary. This is the way the FBI operates.
Yeah, they're just who are our enemies? Just say your personal enemies who are affecting your bottom line.
Yeah,
that's. Which and your bottom line
Victor Wembanyama is extremist in his philosophy of femur length and should be jailed immediately.
I'm just upset that bro, everything that's good, you're an extreme. It's literally okay, I'm gonna drink water. Wow, these anti-soda extremists are out here. They need to be locked up. It's no, the water is healthy for my body. That's how I've been operating. You fucking evil Antifa. It's the good stuff is bad, apparently bad. We live in an inverted reality. It's just inverted. But
speaking of the NYPD, so back to the article. The NYPD internal assessment follows the department's collaboration with the FBI last year to monitor the signal chat of an activist group coordinating volunteers to monitor public hearings at immigration courts in New York. So again, this is what the NYPD is scared of. A signal chat of an activist group coordinating volunteers to monitor public hearings at immigration courts in New York. According to the documents obtained by The Guardian, the FBI surveilled activists as part of a broader investigation into anarchist violent extremist actors, one of the threat categories named in the new counterterrorism strategy. And all this, by the way, all this NYPD collaborating with the FBI and the DOJ, they're called fusion centers. They mentioned it earlier in this article. That's all post 9/11 shit. There used to be laws in place that prevented these agencies from coordinating and operating together as one massive big brother governmental surveillance agency. But ever since 9/11, all those protections against pro-privacy protections have gone away, and now we do have shit like this where the FBI and the NYPD and the DOJ, they can all share each other's eyeballs, and we have no, the game's over as far as surveillance goes.
Yeah, people are gonna get rid of their phones. I think I don't know, man.
It's not gonna happen.
I got to get a dumb phone. I don't want a phone anymore.
Hey, I'll be proud of you if you do.
I got to.
You think you could do it?
I want to.
You want to. You want to do a lot of things.
I do. I hope one day.
Sure, yeah.
No, I don't like anti-tech. I'm fucking sorry that all the. It sucks that every day these CEOs make people go, the Unabomber
Yeah.
had some points.
Yeah.
Not the bombing part.
Yeah.
But like.
You mentioned that a lot on this podcast. Yeah. Maybe don't mention it every time. But yeah.
The compilation video.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Your Honor, let me present to you President A. Compiled by the defendant, actually. I don't know why he posted Exhibit A.
I was cooking. No, the Unabomber was right. Unabomber was like 25 times.
You know, if you think about it, the Unabomber,
No, I'm not anti. I was talking about anti-Nike tech extremism.
Yes,
We were on to matcha latte.
more localized extremism.
Quarter zips and matcha lattes. I wasn't. But
yeah, so speaking of this topic, now our next story kind of narrows the scope a little bit.
Fucking stories. I want to feel so much empathy for these people, but part of me is like, you stupid motherfuckers. But
who are you mad at?
We'll get into the story.
Okay.
All right. A farmer donated land to turn into a park. The city is building a massive data center instead. Might have seen this little viral story.
This is from 404 Media.
404 Media. Almost 30 years ago, a farming family deeded land to the city of Taylor, Texas, on the condition the city uses it for public park. For the nominal fee of $10, the farmers granted the 87 acres to a public trust in 1999. Taylor sold it to Blueprint, a data center developer, for $10 million in 2025. The city of Taylor sold that same land that was given to them by some black farmers for $10 for $10 million in 2025.
Yeah.
Now, the land that was supposed to belong to the community will become a 135,000 square foot data center. Pamela Griffin and her family have owned homes near that land for generations. Griffin and her brothers and sisters played baseball on it, camped out on it, and then watched as their children and their children's children did the same. How beautiful. Now, a data center will be there, just 500 feet from Griffin's home, nestled between a power substation and the nearby railroad tracks. Griffin told 404 Media that she and her family had lived in the area since her grandmother bought the land back there. Back then, black and brown people weren't allowed to buy in the city limits of Taylor, so we had to buy on the outskirts. Griffin's father bought more land, including a vacant lot in the neighborhood for Griffin's 10 brothers and sisters to play in. Behind the lot was the property of a farmer called Mr. Bland. According to Griffin, Mr. Bland was friendly and would sometimes talk with her father. First of all, I'm just like tripping on the fact that this land that these black people already own was like, they weren't even allowed to buy land in like, they weren't even allowed to be like legally, like you can get the shitty land because we're not letting no niggers buy the good shit. And now they're the only people with like.
It's the story of America. You know, the story of America started with slavery, and then it went to Jim Crow, and then it went into redlining and white flight, and it's all like displacement. Now it's gentrification, and now it's okay. White people do want to move back into the cities. Oh, we got to get rid of these people now, and we could do it pretty easily, actually, with all these quote unquote real estate developments and quote investing into a community, and it's like. They all have the fancy new words for the same fucking thing.
Yeah, they put
that whenever capital, and it's many times associated with white people in this country, want something, and black and brown people, poor people, have to fucking pack their bags and move.
Yeah. I'm just like, I get why he sold his land. It sounds so noble, but to believe the government is going to use your land for a park, and so you sell it to them for $10.
Well, it's also like, why would you not believe that? Why would
Because it's the government, the same one that pushed you into this fucked up. I'm great that you own the land, great that you made smart financial investments up until this last little point.
But so then, what would be his option?
Don't sell the land. He did it out of his heart.
Yeah,
he did it out of his kindness because he wanted to see a park for people. So I'm not saying don't be like don't be altruistic. What I am saying is don't trust the fucking government, bro. The same government that has you buying land on the outskirts of town because they don't want to see your black ass in the, fuck them. Fuck they park, nigga.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that. Yeah, but look,
I get it. I feel
he's well intentioned.
I know, which is I feel horrible. Because it's like,
and who would have thought this would have happened? I get what you're saying.
Worst case
scenario.
What you're saying. I want a park. The literal opposite of a park is a data center.
It is, yeah.
A literal data center. Not even a hole, a data center. I would rather, like, it's just, now your environment is about to be just fucking polluted.
Yeah, now, your water's going to be bad. It's going to be more scarce. Your electricity bills is going to go up. You're going to have noise pollution. There's going to be construction. It's going to suck. But what is it going to bring in? Tax revenue for the government, like you said. Yeah.
I hope these people, I'm going to keep reading the story, but according to court records and real estate documents obtained by Griffin and reviewed by 404 Media, Bland and his family made good on that promise in 1999, granting the land to a public trust for $10 on the condition it be used as a park. That condition was included in the deed itself. Over the years, the land changed hands several times until 2025, when the city of Taylor sold it to a data center developers for $10 million. So I'm assuming because it was in the deed, hopefully they can sue.
So that's the dispute. Like, they're saying that, like, hey, it's in the deed. And the government is saying, okay, well, the deed doesn't matter anymore now that the land has changed hands several times.
Okay.
So I like I say all the time, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how this is going to actually play out in court. But a lot of times it just goes by not what is more legally sound, but which legal team has more resources behind them.
Bro, this is some fucking Louisiana Purchase ass.
Yes.
This is insane.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually a great analogy. Yeah. That's a great analogy of the theft of land from Native Americans who were one with the land, didn't really even understand
ownership.
Didn't have the concept of private property. I mean, that's what it is. Fucking, that's what the Europeans invented, private property. And here we go again, like in the spirit of just being a human being, like, let's make this into a park. You fucked up. The land. Actually, the deed is no longer valid. Well, you see, sir, on this paper right here, the deed is no longer valid.
The vessel that shows you the horrible transformative vessel cauldron that is American mind, because you can have this pure, great intentions for the future, but then you put it in the machine that is American. That idea, that beautiful, just this beautiful thing you want to do gets transmuted into a data center.
And you watch like the video of this lady speaking. Black lady, grew up next to a farm, and going back to like the previous article. That is who the FBI is like scared of now. Yeah. That is the anti-tech extremism that they're like, we need to gather our troops in order to fight because look at what they are doing out here. These extremists.
They're fucking stopping us from constructing a 42 tall, 42, I don't know, just.
But it's so relatable to like as you were saying, to like other things in American history. Like, what was COINTELPRO? Like, how do we make these activists who, we have very little dirt on them. So how do we manufacture some dirt on them? Like, how could we possibly get these people who have very simple, relatable demands, understandable? How do we turn them? How do we turn these activists into terrorists?
Yeah, no, I think that's like the biggest money making machine in fucking American politics is whoever is framing the narratives for the Department of Justice. Whoever can figure out the language, like, well, just say this, just call them anti-tech terrorists. Meanwhile, you're talking about an 87-year-old woman who's been on the land since fucking the Mormons were there, or since fucking the Amish, before been on the land before roads were there, and. Yeah, no, this shit is insidious, but I'll keep going. When local organizers knocked on Griffin's door last year, she had never heard of data centers and didn't know the city planned to build one in the field her family played in. I was like, what is a data center? So me and my sisters and my brothers, we all got together and we started looking it up and we said, oh, this is not good for the neighborhood. I don't know if it meant... I don't know if she meant to create a slogan there, but this ain't good for the neighborhood. I like that. I'm going to remember it. She said, Griffin went to a city council meeting to tell them she didn't want a data center near her home, like essentially everyone else in America. Griffin is worried about what the building will do to the air, water, electricity, and noise near where she lives. We can't afford it, she said. I got a lot of old people in the community that can't afford to move. She said the city council brushed off her concerns and said the data center builders would try to minimize health risk. It's so crazy how you can you give people power in your little small-ass town and they'll sell out the whole small-ass. Like, oh, bitch, they'll turn it down on Fridays. Relax.
Yeah, and again, like if you zoom out, it's just like the classic American story. Like they, as being black and brown people during redlining, were literally not allowed to buy the good properties within the city. So they settled for the redlined outside the city, and now all of a sudden there's value in it. But knowing the value in it, they wanted to turn it into a public park for the community. Too bad. It's going to be a data center for more money and revenue to be mined, and you can go fuck off like we've been telling y'all since the beginning of this country.
The devil. According to information about the data center on Taylor's website, the city is planning to address the community's concern. Any noise from equipment will be contained within the building envelope and a solid barrier wall in the front and an earthen berm with landscaping.
I don't know what a berm is.
Yeah, me either. But I'll say that. Any noise from equipment will be contained within the building envelope and a solid barrier wall in the front and an earthen berm with landscaping, will also provide additional noise reduction. It says the site also claims that
I don't think noise reduction or earthen burn is going to solve any of these issues.
What about the smog and how much evidence that data centers produce so much pollution to communities and like poison water wells and shit like that, poison the soil.
And what about the fact we just wanted a fucking park?
Yeah.
We wanted a park for the children.
This shit, what?
Even if it is poisoning me, like even beyond that, we wanted a fucking park. We gave y'all this shit for free. That was the only stipulation of the agreement.
It better be a park.
Make a park for the kids to play in.
All right. We'll
make a little swirly slide through all the hard drives. Do that. Y'all got water in there? Make a little splash town. Come on. A little water slide.
Y'all can't be using all the water.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Oh, fuck. Okay. All right.
Damn, this water park sucks.
Shit. It's so hot. All the water here is boiling.
Yeah. I keep skinning my knee on the dry-ass water slide. It doesn't seem very safe.
Yeah, no. Also, every time I jump in the water, I get electrocuted because it's all fucking wires. The site also claims...
Well, we made it a park, all right? You got your park. Well, you people complain about everything. We made you look. There's a slide. There's monkey bars. My child is electrocuted on those monkey bars. Those are not monkey bars at all.
Look at him having fun up there. He's just holding on because he's fucking electrocuted.
You know what? Park's closed.
God,
y'all complain too much. Now you're banned from the park.
God. Now, excuse me, someone threw a Molotov cocktail in my home, and I have to go clean that
for
up.
no reason.
I don't understand why. Completely unrelated, but what was I? The site also claims the data center wouldn't use a lot of water because of closed-loop system, and that developers would pay for a new power substation so as to not tax the local grid. The city's website also says there's nothing it can do to stop the data center, even if it wanted to.
Pathetic.
What do you mean,
Pathetic.
guys? It's out of our head. Listen.
Again, I've said this many times, but I really mean it. This AI shit teaches us that we do not live in a democracy. We live under capitalism. We live under the tyranny of capital. Look at this shit. A city. What is a city? A city is supposed to be like a bunch of people coming together and making shared planned decisions for all of us to have a community together. And the city itself of democratically elected officials like, look, we literally, why do you expect that we could do something about this?
There's nothing we can do about this. Literally, he goes, can the city just say no to data centers? One part of the fact reads, in short, No.
Bro, they act like data centers like aliens coming from
like, it's
space.
just
Like, there's nothing we could do. How do you expect us to possibly fight
Stop
against
this.
these?
I've already taken the money. That's really what it comes down to. I already spent the money and
Eating shrimp and steak and shrimp, surf and turf. What do you want me to do over
Can
here?
we stop this? No. You want a bite? You can't have a bite. No, a little bite. Don't eat all of it.
The gratuity's included, all right? There's nothing I could do here.
It's too late. I'm already moving. Fuck.
Dude.
Yeah.
This shit.
Start this shit over. Destroy it next town.
I mean, how disheartening is that? The city on their fucking website. There's nothing we can do.
Literally.
That means there's nothing any of us can do then. What can we do then?
What happens in the episode of The Simpsons with the monorail? Is our data centers like the monorail?
Shit, I don't know.
It's like when they're like, did they want the monorail?
I don't know, dude.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Nixon 5.
Well, folks, we gave you a short one today.
But yeah, read it what it says on the website. Do you have it pulled up?
No, the website? You mean where it says,
yeah,
can the city just? Oh, I already read this out loud. I said,
my bad.
Can the city just say no to data centers? One part of the fact reads, in short, no, it can't. Yeah. So they just like literally just
nah.
No.
What do you want us to do?
Come on, bro. What are you asking here?
It's like the mayor. What do you want me to do?
What? Who asked that? Who the fuck? Which one of you goofy niggas asking stupid ass questions?
What do you want?
I can't do nothing about this shit. I'm just the mayor.
What do you want? The key to the city? Oh well, actually, I'm not gonna give it to you. That shit's mine, dude.
No. This is not a good look. I hope something. I read these, but then I also read reports that are always like AI data centers. They're not being built as fast as the news reports are saying. Or AI data centers, the bubble's bursting. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like they're being built, but it also seems like they're having trouble being built. Like that Kevin O'Leary guy who was like building that massive one, and then after like fucking
Shark Tank guy.
Yeah, the Shark Tank sharks. I got it. Here's my plan. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Sharks, I got a plan.
I got a plan. Be an extremely wealthy man who is bedfellows with the federal government, who also are interested in my capital.
And the government will never say no to you. They will never say no to your dumb, evil. What if I took all the water in the ocean and I made it numbers?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Sharks, I'm pitching to you late stage capitalism. What do you think?
Please. Yeah, guys, listen. At least you always have the Knicks.
Yeah. Very telling how, you know how people say sports like the opiate of the masses? That's literally what.
At least we'll always have
what we're saying
the
it
bread.
Exactly.
At least there's that.
Yeah. We get to be happy for Jose Alvarado.
Our little pizza party. I'm not giving you guys a raise, but I will give you a pizza party.
Yeah.
And that's what we get. And, turns out that's only going to be an opiate for the few of us. For the few of us that live in
New Yorkers only.
I saw people who were posting, like, just regular videos today. I was like, oh, yeah, for everybody else, this is just fucking Sunday right now.
Yeah.
This is just, guys, golfing. I'm like, how are you not passed out in a bush right now?
My mayor's Muslim. My mom's Muslim. My dad's Muslim. I'm Muslim.
Goes Muslim. Jihad in 5.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's end there. We did it.
Bye. Oh, fuck. I had to catch myself.